Hey there, happy May. New month means new middle grade books, and I've got some really great ones. We've got 5 new releases coming out this month. And so I would love to hear in the comments below, what is the best book that you have read in the last year? Because let me tell you, at least 2 of these I think are definitely going on my best books of 2024 for middle grade. The first book is called The Cats of Silver Crescent by Kayla Noel. And so this one actually came out April 30th, but we're counting it on May releases because I didn't have it in time to put on the April video. I got all these books except for one on NetGalley, one the publisher sent me. I'll show you that one in a little bit. Thank you, NetGalley, for the advanced reader copies. So let's just get right into those Cats of Silver Crescent. It was an unexpected joy for me. So I love cats, I love magic. I don't know, I just didn't know how much I was going to love talking cats wearing vintage clothes, but I totally did. So it's got this spooky element, it's got mystery, it's a lot of fun, a lot about friendship, has elements of forgiveness, and does this main character even want to forgive? And then the path of going down forgiveness. So this girl has gone to stay with her great aunt, who she doesn't know very well, and she's worried about her mom because she always worries, what if the plane crashes? What if this happens? What if this happens? And so actually the journey is a lot about her learning to resolve that anxiety. And so immediately, the first day, she sees this cat upright walking on 2 feet wearing an old sailor uniform. And it's just this cute little story about these cats, and these talking cats develop a friendship with her, and she also develops a friendship kind of with her aunt, and then this other girl in town who's kind of a unique individual herself. And so, about identity and being yourself and being happy in your own skin and just developing friendships, and each have their own unique things that they bring to the story. I think that it's just a lot of fun. So the next book is an advanced reader copy that I actually got to go and read in DC when I went on a trip there, because I was just going anyways, and it was perfect timing that the publisher sent me this advanced reading copy of the book. Thank you so much. It is just a joy. And actually, I want to let you know. So I actually did an interview with Matthew Landis. He's so great, so much fun. He knows middle schoolers because he teaches middle school. Watch for this interview. I'll have it in the description below when it comes out next week. So just so much fun. National Archive hunters follow Ike and Iris, these twins, and it's very reminiscent of the movie National Treasure. Really just a fun, captivating way to experience reading about history and going on this treasure hunt, and these characters that about things in history that a lot of people have heard of, like Lafayette and George Washington and stuff, but really just making it so much fun and so engaging because he's the history nerd, and then she's more into the sports, and she's like more, cool and fun, but they both just have their own fun, wonderful merits. And I love this fun, fast-paced, fascinating way Landis pulls you in to this exciting story about history, and I cannot wait to read the next one. All right, so the next one is the Whisperwicks, the Labyrinth of Lost and Found. And it is just everything that I want in a middle grade mystery adventure series. So this boy is, in the very beginning, he doesn't believe in magic, but this puppet doll shows up and he's like, I want nothing to do with that. But it kind of comes to life, and it brings him to this other world that he comes and goes through, kind of like a portal. And he is just discovering the magic in this place, even though he's still doubting it constantly. And it's just this fun, perplexing storyline as Jordan Lees does this amazing job of world building that I'm just a little bit like, unsure about this. And then as I read, this mystery just starts to come unfolded, and constantly the questions are answered in just such a fun, captivating way that you're pulled into the story. So he is saved kind of from going to jail because he's not fitting in by this man who brings him to his house, and he is missing his son. And so this boy who he did not want this adventure at all, and then this girl who's trying to find her brother, who, this is the missing son, her brother. So Elizabella certainly did not want Benjamiah as a traveling companion. She's just not interested in this. But they come together and friendships build. You encounter a nefarious villain, you know, just able to rival the pure corruption of Voldemort. It is just reminiscent of one of my favorite series, The Beyonders, with a little bit of The Wizards of Once, magic and journey and mystery, and I just loved it. All right, so next we have True Colors by Abby Cooper. Oh my gosh, love so much how it just really caused me to think about emotions in a way that I just never did before. So much I see picture books about emotions. This kind of reminds me of The Giver because it almost feels like dystopian, but it's realistic fiction about this family that lives in a society that is removed from technology for the most part, and they are this town's goal is to be happy. You know, it's kind of like this happiness project thing that everybody's supposed to be positive and happy. But Mackenzie, she has these colors all around her, like this aura that each color represent her emotions. So she's like, oh, people can tell when I'm not happy. And so it goes through and you really just consider emotions in a way as you're drawn into the story. And it's such a compelling, captivating story where she's discovering emotions. The town are having to be faced with discovering emotions that they wanted nothing to do with. And because this has started to spread, the other people are starting to have this aura around them and they're confronting hard things, but just it all comes through in wonderful dialogue and in their own thoughts. And just, again, it's all on the storyline. I loved it. It is just so powerful, but in an enjoyable, fun way of reading a book about just, like I said, this story about what they're experiencing. All right, so the last one I have for you is Puzzleheart by Jen Reese. And I wanted to read this because look at this brilliant cover and this title. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. So the puzzle house is alive. It has feelings and it expresses these because every other chapter you get to hear from the house. And so each of the characters, including the house, is going some things of emotion. And so again, it's beautiful, told in a way that while you're enjoying a story, these lessons are there, but they're not shoved in your face, just like the other ones that I told you about. It's beautiful. All these books just have these messages that are beautifully woven into the wonderful lines of this story. So Perigi is this non-binary character. Actually, I only found that out because I went and read about it later. So uses the pronouns they, them, and it doesn't really go into all of that very much, but just a little bit. They are at this house with his dad and grandma trying to heal this relationship between them, and they meet this girl named Lily who's also at this house, and so go on this fun adventure that they are so excited to discover the mysteries and the puzzle of the puzzle house. But then it gets dangerous and then the mystery gets more intense, and so you just got to keep going because the danger just gets getting more and more real as Puzzle House keeps, you know, getting defensive and putting guards up and trying to survive the puzzle house itself. And so the mystery just keeps going to a higher level, and the fun and the adventure, and just one that I think is just so enjoyable, so well written. So tell me in the comments below, which of these new May releases are you most looking forward to reading? And then if you enjoyed this video, hey, take a second. It will help me out if you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations for the kids in your life. Bye.